Hello, welcome to GoFly Online. My name is Damien and marketing manager, my partner Anne-Marie beside me. We're now on the Cirrus SR 20 and we're about 45 nautical miles out of Armidale. Today we've done a trip from Caloundra to Armidale. We're going to look at the procedures of landing at Armidale Aerodrome and just have a quick look at the town and what's to offer by visiting this beautiful country town. Great news is once you're west of the dividing range, it's usually clear weather like we have today. Beautiful winter's day. Very few clouds. When we left this morning at Caloundra, there was quite a few coastal showers, but once we were west, the skies opened up and it was just an absolute beautiful day for flying. We're on the autopilot now. We're doing around about 147 knots ground speed. And now we've got another around about 14 minutes to run until we reach Armidale. Okay, we're just going to switch across to our frequency now. So Armidale, we might see if we can get the AWIS out this far, which is 13475. I'm going to put that in, 13475. So the AWIS, or the Automatic Weather Information Service, told us basically the wind is light and variable. We've got no fog, which is great. So this time of year, in winter time, you can get a lot of fog in the Armidale region. Usually it starts around about 4 or 5 in the morning and clears by about 8:39, but obviously check your weather forecast or take plenty of holding fuel in case there is fog. As far as regular public transport airline flying, it has one of the most delayed flights in Australia, but due to fog with the airlines going in and out of Armidale. So keep in mind, winter time, watch out for fog. But we know there's no fog. We've got light and variable winds. So as we can see, we've electronic. We've got a GPS hooked to our flight management system here, our nav. I also have a backup nav plan and a backup iPad and another backup on my phone. So because we've got light and variable winds, I'll probably be planning on landing on runway 23 for Australian approach, depending on other aircraft at the aerodrome at the time. Okay, we're going to switch across to our CTAF now, which is 1275. And Brisbane Centre here is 12575, which we've got selected now. If we find that there's aircraft inbound, or there might be conflict, if we're on an Australian final, we need to give way to any aircraft in circuit, and in particular any RPT or regular public transport aircraft. So if that's the case, we will overfly at 5,054 feet. Sounds high, doesn't it? And then check which runway and rejoin circuit for a crosswind for whichever runway, 05 or 23. But at this stage, we're planning on 23. Okay, just looking out to our left now, I can see the township of Guyra, so we are on track. Even though we're on autopilot and we have our flight plan logged in, it's always best to check visually that you are on track. And everything's looking great. We're going to switch across to CTAF soon and give our inbound call. We'd like to give it at least 20 miles out for Armidale because we do have regular public transport coming into Armidale. And if there's aircraft on the ground, it's always good maybe to have a chat to them and ask what the wind's doing or what the preferred runway is at the moment. I've got a feeling there will be no preferred runway at the moment. We've got 7 minutes out, so our arrival time for Armidale will be 30. So I'm going to give an inbound call. Because we have regular public transport coming into Armidale, we do need to give an estimate of when we expect to arrive in circuit. Armidale traffic to Cirrus Sierra Romeo Limo is currently 16 miles to the north, inbound 7,500 on descent, estimate circuit 30 Armidale. We're going to start our descent now. So Armidale, a little bit hard to find at first, but if you look to the township and just go to the southwest of the township, on top of a little plateau you can see the aerodrome. There is a grass runway as well, but we'll be using the main seal runway. And I always like to hand fly as we get closer to the airport. Autopilot disengaged. The fully rich boost pump is on. And as I said, be on the lookout for any other aircraft. We have a lot of crop dusting aircraft too, particularly in summertime at Armidale, so be on the lookout for them. And just be friendly on the radio. Obviously make sure you got the correct QNH. For landing, we have looking out for aircraft. To the township just to the northeast of the fields. Only a short drive. Lovely long sealed runway. Beautiful, beautiful Highland country. Armidale traffic, Cirrus SR around Limas, joining crosswind runway 05 Armidale. Right, brakes are off. Undercarriage down well, the mixture bridge. Magnetos are all on. Instruments all set. Switches are all on. On the green. Hatches and harness all secure there. Secure?
Yes.
Caps is active. There we've got a stabilised approach. Nothing on the runway. Caps is now non-active. Engine failure now, we will land straight ahead. Slightly uphill on 05. Beautiful runway.
Traffic 12 o'clock, same altitude, less than 1 mile.
There's a little bit of construction on the ground here going on at Armidale at the moment. For parking, we generally go to the north of the main terminal. There's a grass parking area. And in most country aerodromes, parking is easy to find. The thing about Cirrus, we can turn on a dime. There we go. Okay, we're now departing Armidale. We're just giving our taxi call. And we've got an aircraft on straight approach, runway 23. From the end taxiway on 23, we need to backtrack. Important that we use all the runway available. Even if you can, it's not advisable to do intersection departures, particularly if it's quiet and there's no reason to. Okay, pre-takeoff safety brief. If my engine fails between 4,100 feet today, I will not use caps, I will land up to 20 degrees either side of the nose. Lots of fields out the front here. If I don't deliver sufficient RPM on the takeoff roll, or my airspeed, or something looks wrong with our temperature and pressures, I will retard the throttle and abort the takeoff. Airspeed alive. Developing sufficient RPM.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
But we are high here, so everything takes a little bit longer. It's a density altitude. And our caps are now active. Back to my right, to my centre, to my left. Absolute stunning day in New England. The whole area is called the New England area. Beautiful blue skies. No wind, or very little wind. Well, I hope you enjoyed our trip into Armidale today. Now, Armidale is a great place to visit, either for a day trip or a weekend. Beautiful little town, plenty of cafes, motels and hotels, and there's some wineries there as well to visit, and a farm stay for into that sort of thing with kids. Friendly environment, airport friendly for visitors, and only about a $12 taxi ride into the township each way. So I thoroughly recommend getting out to the New England area for a flight. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and remember to like us on our YouTube channel, GoFly Online, and see you next time.